The first time that I visited this beautiful city, Washington, D.C., was 20 years ago. I was brand new in this country. I just a few months back moved to New York City to study fashion from Seoul, Korea, where I'm from. I was 19 years old, moved to the opposite side of the planet by myself. Washington, D.C. was one of those nearby cities that I visited just to explore and experience new things. Have a vivid memory of springtime, just like this, like the cherry blossom trees, so beautifully blooming. Have a fond memory of that. Back then, 19 years old, the type of confidence that only 19-year-old can have. I was armed with that, but at the same time, suffered imposter syndrome quite heavily. Many sources for that there were, but one of them was definitely lack of sense of belonging. I oftentimes felt like fish out of water. Weird mix it was. My name is Mi-Hae An. I am Vice President of Marketing at Line Zero. We are a boutique employee experience company working with many Fortune 500 companies and others. That's my job during the day. In the evening, I write. I'm an author. I published 2 books. One of them, I brought a physical copy of it. I will tell you a little bit later in the talk why I brought this one copy. And no matter time of the day of the week, I'm a mom to a precious 6-year-old. I miss her. And I'm a wife, daughter, sister, and friends and colleagues to some of those people that I deeply, deeply cherish. I like to start a talk with a little bit of personal stories, just like I did, because it is humanizing, right? I really appreciate those speakers on the stage who not only share their expertise and experience, but also a little bit about themselves, because that way I feel connected to them on the human level. We all, as humans, have this desire to connect with others. We all possess that, right? Very much fundamental thing about being human, we want to be connected. When we feel connected to others in our lives, we are happier. When we are connected to our colleagues at work, we are happier at work. According to many research findings, the equation seems to be happy employees equal higher productivity, efficiency, low turnover, higher retention, more profit, the list goes on. We are at a conference designed for HR and comms leaders. When you walked in this morning, I'm sure as you were talking to others, I saw many of you talking to each other, networking. I'm sure you felt a sense of belonging. This is the event designed for people like me. Now let's imagine you walked into a different conference, let's say cybersecurity conference, designed for IT and security professionals. You wouldn't feel the sense of belonging that you feel here in this room right now, right? Whenever we feel like we don't belong somewhere for whatever the reasons they are, it is really easy for us to detect that sense of exclusion. It is because humans, we have this inherent need to be part of a group, and that need goes way back. Back when we were hunting and being hunted, being part of a group meant survival, that meant life. Not being part of a group, being excluded from group, that meant death. Because humans as individuals, we are weak. Humans as a group, we are so strong. So strong, in fact, that our species dominating the entire planet right now. So building and maintaining relationships, that was so crucial to our very existence. It has been hardwired into our DNA. What's also hardwired into our DNA is this fight or flight response. We all possess it. It is automatic, involuntary response. It's controlled by sympathetic nervous system. When we detect a threat, we automatically respond to it, whether we confront it or flee from it to survive. While being ostracized may no longer carry that life or death consequences, our brains still process the social exclusion as a profound threat. So when our brain, especially amygdala as you see on the screen, when it detects it, it sends distress signals to hypothalamus, then sympathetic nervous system activated, stress hormones released, and physiological changes happen, like heart rate increases, muscle tense, and so on. When it does, because it is a survival mechanism for the physical survival at that very moment, it prioritizes that over critical thinking, problem solving, decision making. So practical implication of that is, well, poor memory. We don't really get to remember information correctly. Poor decision making. We tend to make suboptimal decisions rather than well thought out ones. And inability to solve problems in a creative way. And chronic stress caused by social exclusion, that leads to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues that leads to lower productivity, lower engagement, and so on. So why am I talking about all this? Because this presents opportunity. Glass half full, right? This presents opportunity. Yes, lack of sense of belonging can create all these negative consequences, but when we do a good job creating sense of belonging, then there are gazillion benefits come out of it. So how do we, the leaders, capture this opportunity, right? What can we do? I'm sure there are many tools that you can have in your toolbox, and they can be grouped into 3 big buckets: people, process, technology. Would love to focus on technology for the rest of the talk, but before we go there, let's have some fun. Please pull out your mobile device and scan this QR code or put this address in your browser. Got it? Okay. In case you missed it, polev.com/line0126. Do you see this on your mobile device? Okay, great. So first 3 questions are just for fun, to warm up, and then we're gonna get into the actual poll, state of employee engagement. And that's when we are going to time you. The faster you respond, the more accurately you respond, your score will be higher, and the winner will get the book. Yes. Okay, mind reading, eh? Love that. Okay, moving on. Favorite way to eat pizza? Only 1%, 3% crust first? Okay, moving on. Time travel. The past? Really? I want to go to future. Okay, cool. Now, game's on. What do you think today's #1 unsolved business challenge, according to Gartner 2022 CEO and Senior Executive Team survey? You have 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. %83 of you. Yep. Makes sense, right? This is what you care about. Great. Alex, where are you? You're winning. For now. Okay, second question. About what percentage of employees feeling lonely at work? 15 seconds left. Five seconds. 2 seconds. Time's up. 20%. So it's not as bad as we think, yeah? It's good. Winner changed. Okay, last question. How much low engagement, employee engagement costs the global economy? Fifteen seconds left. Seven seconds. I'm curious about your guess for this one. Ow. Yep, I know. Big T, big T. Okay, let's see. The winner is Lee. Where are you? Congrats, of course. Okay, 3 more. Fun. Word cloud. What is one word to describe the main employee engagement challenge that you are experiencing? We did this at another event earlier this year, and we are collecting this response to see what we can see as a trend. So as hard as it is, please reduce the bias by looking at it. Just, write down the main challenge that you are experiencing within your org. Isn't this cool how it is moving? Always, love it. And the bigger the letter is, the more people are putting in. So leadership, communication, connection. Okay, moving on. Thank you. What are the top 3 tools you are currently using to address this challenge? Still email dominates, yeah? Right, moving on. Where's my mouse? There. If you have Jeannie in front of you, what is your wish to elevate your employee experience? Budget, money. Buy-in, leadership, technology. Great. Thank you. Thank you for participating. We will share the screenshot of this via email so you can all see it, right? So I think one of the things that I heard a few times is that when leaders like you spend all day at an event like this, is you want to see what others are doing, right? You want to know the trend, what you are missing, what you are not doing, what you are doing, and so on. So I will make sure to share this via email. Okay. So technology. Technology is a crucial part of all things we do at work, right? And employee experience, not an exception. When we have a diverse workforce, however we define the diversity, right? We have people who work at a headquarters. We have people work at satellite offices, factory floors, and so on. We have knowledge worker, desk workers. We have frontline workers. We have people who just started their career. We have people who have decades of experience under their belt, and the list goes on. So how do we make sure that all these people that we work together within one company, one org, work towards the common goal of the business? How do we make sure that our people feel connected and they feel like they are part of a community where two-way engagements, dialogues happen. What we hear over and over from our customers is that without employee experience platform, it is getting harder and harder. An employee experience platform, EXP, is something different from the productivity suite like Microsoft 365 that you use to get work done. And it is also different from like HR platform like Workday. It is sitting in the middle, as you can see there, that's integrated with both issued, and it works as a center of gravity that employees want to go and stay and connect with each other. Our old legacy communication model, it was top-down, right? It was enough to just get the information, content, to get work done. That was enough. And hierarchy was important. As millennials entered the workforce, there was more desire around social interaction, so social dimension that was added to our whole work life. And what that created was not only just top-down communication, but more of like horizontal, multi-directional communications happening. But the real game changer has been the advent of hybrid work and the entrance of Gen Z. By the way, they are going to represent 30% of global workforce by 2030. What this has created is this desire for open communications. In this model, communications happen at work. Communication happens just like the communication happens in our personal lives, like dynamic, spontaneous, and fluid. That's what our employees desire, right? So how do we make that happen? These old, multiple, like disjointed systems, like intranet, email, newsletter, survey, and so on, and the posting on the kitchen area. From that, the trend is moving to a complete digital employee experience hub, something like you see here. That includes internal communications piece of it, digital workplace piece of it, engagement, and also employee listening. Data is important, right? To make insightful decisions. The trend is moving towards this complete hub for your employee experience. So key takeaways: sense of belonging that is very much human thing, like fundamentally human thing. It is at the heart of employee experience because it is very much a human thing and we all work with humans for now, hopefully forever. The heart of employee experience. A digital employee experience platform is one of the key ingredients to make sure that we can continue to create the sense of belonging for our employees, to make sure that they are engaged, productive, and happy. At the end, we want to be happy, right? We want to have this precious life, one life that we have, all of us, happy life. So let's work with this human nature as opposed to trying to go against it. Our root, Line Zero's root, is tech consulting. We were spun out of technology consulting company. We have a deep understanding of whatever tool, whatever technology that you propose and present to your business, it has to have a very clear purpose. It should not be redundant. It has to be cost efficient. And there are gazillion options out there these days. So evaluating those options and creating business proposal, business case that is compelling, that makes sense, that is very much important to create the buy-in and alignment amongst the senior leadership team. We understand that, and that's what we do best, right? So don't go alone. It's hard enough, so don't go alone. Please connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm here, and we are right over there. Stop by our booth to chat with us. We have some complimentary offers to help you with your journey. It's all about your journey. Thank you for tuning in.